is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Kevin Jackowitz. This is the Kaged Review. Now, we're going to talk Monday Night Raw, and this is for 6/18/18. This is a really mixed bag for me. There were some things that I just really couldn't stand, but they actually had some very good highlights this time. So let's get into this. You open up with Kurt Angle, Alexa Bliss, and Ronda Rousey. They're saying that Nia Jax is not going to be on the show tonight, whatever. I'm glad they stripped Nia Jax of the title. She can't wrestle. She doesn't deserve to be a champion. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. My opinion. Alexa Bliss, she's been in the title picture already. She hasn't been out of the title picture that long, to be very honest. So I did think that there were other women that they should have gone with in the Money in the Bank match. But it was kind of a cool mark-out moment when she cashed in. Having said that, they do this whole bit, Alexa Bliss wants Kurt Angle to present her with the title. Then, of course, Ronda Rousey comes out, and Kurt Angle's trying to hold Ronda Rousey back. Ronda Rousey's really pissed. She scoots back past Kurt Angle, trips up Alexa Bliss, and then just starts ground and pounding her. Kurt Angle pulls Ronda Rousey off Alexa Bliss. Ronda hip tosses Kurt Angle. It goes back to Alexa Bliss. Alexa had grabbed the Money in the Bank briefcase while Ronda was doing the hip toss. She was going to swing at Ronda Rousey, punches her in the stomach, grabs the briefcase, and then starts hitting Alexa Bliss with the briefcase as turnabout. Then everybody's starting to try to get Ronda Rousey off. First, Kurt Angle comes back. Ronda Rousey starts hitting Kurt Angle with the briefcase. She starts screaming, "I thought you were my friend." Then a bunch of referees come out. Ronda Rousey starts taking out all the referees. So that was the opening, and then Kurt Angle, Ronda Rousey backstage. Kurt Angle's like, "I have no choice but to suspend you for 30 days now. You can't put your hands on me, you're officials." So it was a cool opening. I liked it. I still think they made Ronda Rousey look weak as fuck at Money in the Bank. You can't make her look that weak and then make her a badass the next night and make it believable. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel. But I did like how they opened this. At least they were trying to course correct a little bit. After that, Seth Rollins, he had a hell of a night with Money in the Bank. And then he makes his open challenge and Dolph Ziggler answers. So Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre come down, and it's pretty clean for 99% of the match. Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins, they have a good match. And at the end of the day, Dolph Ziggler catches Seth Rollins with the same move that he beat Elias with. He rolls him up, he grabs the tights. Dolph Ziggler is the new Intercontinental Champion. I kind of marked out at this because Dolph Ziggler has been one of my favorite guys. Back in the day, 2010, 2011, I thought he was a great worker, 2012. And I feel like he has all the potential in the world still. He is a really good worker, and I think he's good on the mic. I think he's a good character. So I like the fact that they gave Ziggler the IC Championship. Plus, it makes this unity between Ziggler and McIntyre seem like it's a legit thing now. And now they need. I really would like them to push Drew McIntyre. The guy, he's never had a really big push, I don't think. And God, look at how hard he's worked. He's got the height, he's got the look, he's got the talent. This is a guy that I feel like WWE, I really hope does not drop the ball with, because they're terrible at dropping the ball with some people, and I'm just really hoping that they don't do it with us. After that, though, you get a who gives a fuck match with Bobby Roode and Curt Hawkins. Come on, Hawkins is not gonna fucking beat Bobby Roode. It's a fucking pointless fucking filler match. I didn't care. Bobby Roode won. Braun Strowman is then in the ring. He's doing a promo. Kevin Owens comes out, and he starts trying to talk sense to Braun Strowman, and that maybe they can help each other or use each other to get what they need. And then Kevin Owens goes to shake Braun Strowman's hand. Braun Strowman, of course, doesn't let go. Power slams him. There you go. Backstage, Sasha Banks and Bayley, they're talking about mending ways with each other, and they're trying to work things out because they need to face the Riot Squad together. Okay. Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt versus Heath Slater and Rhino. I think one of the best parts about this particular segment was the B team comes on the Titantron and they're doing a promo. They're dressed up as Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, and they're kind of mocking. And it was kind of a funny promo, so I like that. It's actually the personality I've seen from Bo Dallas and Kurt Axel probably since they've been there. I mean, they showed some personality, which I liked. And considering Bo Dallas is actually Bray Wyatt's brother in real life, you know, he did a pretty good Bray Wyatt. So that was funny. As far as the match, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt win. I mean, it's not going to be spectacular. It is what you expected. Backstage, you have Angle and Corbin. Corbin, you know, playing the... I can't stand Corbin. He has no fucking personality. He really doesn't. I don't know why WWE continuously persists on utilizing people that have zero fucking personality and not that much talent in the ring. I don't get it. So I didn't like it, of course. Then you get Chad Gable versus Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal gives a horrible opening promo. He unleashes hell on Chad Gable as soon as he enters the match. Jinder Mahal goes over. Who gives a fuck? This is another filler match that didn't make any sense and has no stakes. Then you get Bayley versus Sasha Banks, or not Bayley and Sasha Banks versus Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan from the Wyatt Squad. A lot of confusion in the match. Of course, Ruby Riott gets involved. Long story short, Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan take the win. Bayley and Sasha backstage are kind of walking in a huff. Sasha is trying to get away from Bayley. Bayley's like, you know, hey, let's talk about this. Sasha's just saying, I'm done with you. We're done. I don't need to do this anymore. Bayley then attacks Sasha. Sasha gets the upper hand and drops Bayley. Honestly, this is probably the one thing that has any stakes so far in the show. This is something that's been building up for a while. You don't know exactly what's happening, and now they implode again. And so this is like the only thing that, like, emotionally, okay, you got your friends who have been at odds for a while, and now they're finally back to the split up, which they've kind of gone back and forth with. And so, I mean, really, so far, this is the only moment, other than Dolph Ziggler winning the IC championship, that I thought was cool in the show. So, backstage brawl, Sasha Banks leaves Bayley on the ground, takes off. Kurt Angle announcement about Extreme Rules. There's going to be, I think, a fatal five-way, I think it is, to determine the number one contender for Brock Lesnar. Something like that. I don't know. I tuned out for that one. Then Roman Reigns comes down, Bobby Lashley comes down, the Revival come down. That sets up a tag team match with Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley, since they're kind of at odds with each other in the Revival, trying to capitalize on that, saying that one of you guys are going to slip up and we're going to capitalize and win. Well, of course, that doesn't happen. Roman Reigns looks like he's going to spear one of the guys. He's in his corner. Bobby Lashley tags himself in, does a spear on one of the Revival, and gets the win, stealing Roman Reigns' move. Kind of like a nice in your face, which I did like. Then you get a backstage segment with Kurt Angle, Baron Corbin, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Braun Strowman. Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin are walking. They're, you know, talking about the announcement and the matches and shit. Finn Balor comes up, says he wants to be in the match. Baron Corbin says, what have you done to deserve anything? Blah, blah, blah. Braun Strowman comes in after Kevin Owens and says no one talks to Finn Balor like that. So that sets up a match with Baron Corbin and Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor and Braun Strowman. After that, you get another filler who gives a shit match with No Way Jose versus Mojo Rawley. It wasn't a good match. I didn't care. There were no stakes. There's no build-up. Fuck it. I don't care. This is like the third or fourth match like this tonight. Backstage, Sasha and Bayley. Bayley's trying to apologize and reconnect with Sasha. Sasha gets in her car, drives away. Seth Rollins interview backstage. Seth Rollins says, you know what, I make no excuses for losing my championship. I am reinstating my rematch clause next week. So there you go. Dolph Ziggler, Seth Rollins next week. Then you finish with Braun Strowman and Finn Balor versus KO and Baron Corbin. Decent at best. For as talented as a couple of these guys are, I just was not impressed with this match. And a lot of it had to do with the fact that Baron Corbin had a lot of ring time, and he's just not impressive to me in the ring at all, ever. I'm just not a fan. And Baron Corbin goes over on Finn Balor, and they win. So that was the match, and that's what I'm leaving it at. This whole show, honestly, like, there were a couple of very good mark-out moments, especially with, for me, Dolph Ziggler winning the IC Championship. But there was so much bullshit in this show. There were so many filler matches, so much who gives a fuck. And that's, this is why I don't tune in. I do not tune in on USA. I do not give them my ratings. I will not give them my ratings. Because it's garbage. It is a fucking garbage product. And I will not fucking turn on USA again until I feel like they've earned it. Until they try to better their product. I'm one of the few people who are standing my ground and saying, you know what, WWE does not deserve my money. They don't deserve my ratings. Because they have not tried to get them. And that's where I'm at. So ladies and gentlemen, that's where I'm at with Raw. I'm giving it a 2 out of 10. It should have been more than that, especially with the whole Dolph Ziggler thing. I think that was a really good spot. But there was just so much that they did wrong here. So that's where I'm at, 2 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you happy to finally see Dolph Ziggler back in a championship picture? I am. I think he's absolutely worth it. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackowitz. Kaged Nation, out.